Hello, everyone. Welcome to day 30, the final day of the Doing All the Things challenge. I made it. I am Kate, and just want to say welcome to the final day. Super excited to be here. I know I had my 1 day hiccup on day 15, and overall, there were some goals I didn't hit consistently, like my sleep goal, regardless of how much effort I put in there. But we at least saw an increase and improvement there nonetheless. I will be doing a monthly update within the next few days, so I won't get too into how the overall month has gone. So let's jump right into day 30 of the Doing All the Things challenge. So we're gonna start with my sleep, of course. And as we can see, it is still, 5.5 hours, almost 6 hours, almost at my sleep goal, just not quite there. Now, I did test for ketones in my urine and to see if I'm still testing positive for THC. So let's check out those results. Day 30, and it is like just after 6 a.m. and testing first thing this morning in the small range and waiting on this one. Still showing positive there. And as we can see, yes, I'm in ketosis still. And yes, I'm still testing positive for THC in my urine. Really kind of curious to see when I will no longer be, granted it's been 30 days, but on day 15, I did smoke about 4.5 little shorty joints. So clearly that's still having an impact. But I imagine here within the next 2 weeks, if I don't smoke, we will see a negative test. Now, let's jump into the weight I lost for week 4. Let's see where that is. So 198 pounds, down 3 pounds from last Monday's weigh-in where I weighed in at 201. So when I got on the scale and I saw 198, I thought, this isn't even a lot. Like, I'm used to losing 8 or 9 pounds throughout this challenge per week, except for when I gained the 4 on week 2. But anyway, I had to remind myself, like, Kate, 3 pounds is really a more reasonable amount of weight to lose a week versus these, heftier amounts of 8 or 9 pounds per week. So I'll take it, even though I'm like, why isn't this number higher? 3 pounds is, again, more reasonable, so we're good there. Still good to see weight loss versus weight gain, of course, too. Now, before we get into my walk, I want to say a couple of things. So I did record quite a bit of the walk today to an extent, just wanting to share this final day with you as much as possible in a sense. I did make an attempt to run down the big hill, and what I came across terrified me at first. So you're gonna hear my super scared, oh my God, just totally startled voice, and then see why I was so startled. Let's check out my walk for today.
Oh my God! Whoa! Whoa! Holy shit! Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Whoa! Holy! Oh my God! Whoa! Poor guy. I hope it's not our friend from the other trail. Whoa, man. Yikes. Oh, wow. Whoa. Yuck. Ugh, it stinks really bad now. Whoa. Oh my God.
And as we can see, the pace wasn't too bad, still around 46 minutes for the entire walk, looking at a 20-minute, roughly, minute mile. So not too bad, but oh my God, that deer laying dead scared the crap out of me. I feel like I didn't see it until I was right up on it, and I was just, bah! Like you guys heard my reaction there, just totally freaked out. And it was weird too, because there was no smell around the deer. And as I was walking a bit further, you can hear me say like, oh, it smells really funky now. And that did kind of alarm me, because certain animals do have like a funk to them, like the mountain lions and the bears, like they have a smell. So to have smelled that after seeing the deer, I was like, oh, is whatever creature that attacked the deer still around here somewhere. Really inspired me to finish that run down the hill nonetheless. But poor guy. And I hope it's not the same deer that we saw a couple of weeks ago when I was coming down the other hill. So just really sad to see. And right there, right up against the sidewalk. And mind you, I walked that path, ran it, whatever, on Friday, and did not see it. So this had to have happened over the weekend. So pretty sad there, but wanted to share with you all. And again, another reason my time is not always great, because I come across just all these random things and just love to record and share all this with everyone. So another reason why I'm like, meh, on my pace, because I'm sure it would have been under a 20-minute mile, but it's okay. I'd rather have, not that I like to see the dead deer, but just to share the experience there. And then I like that my Pilates gave me a notification, Apple Fitness Plus gave me a notification about my Pilates, and that my current streak is 12 weeks. So I'm entering into my 13th week of doing Pilates 5 days a week. So mind you, I've mentioned before that while I am doing this challenge for these 30 days, very specifically, in accordance with all of the goals as best as possible, I have really been trying to implement these changes since April. And really, I started in January, but that didn't work. So April, I was like, no, we're doing this again, and really started to implement the changes. That's why we're seeing that notification. And then also just me doing some Pilates there, again, wanting to share as much of this final day with you all. Now let's go ahead and check out how long I fasted for. Mind you, it was a 36-hour fast, and what I broke that fast with, as well as the snacks and any other meals for the day. My 36-hour fast at over 38 hours, almost 39, and breaking that with 3 large eggs scrambled with cheddar cheese, 2 pieces of bacon, half an avocado, not even really that, and my homemade salsa there, and then a cup of coffee with 2 tablespoons of half and half. And mind you, the majority of this fast has been dirty, maybe just the last 12 hours clean. We have my go-to snack, a slice of cheese and some nuts. Then we did eat at Red Robin. The Brussels sprouts were okay. This salad that I normally get, the Southwestern, was not very good. The fries were absolutely horrible. Yes, I had a couple. And there's the rest of my meal. I didn't even finish it. So that's all I really have for day 30. It's really been a great experience, and this time has flown by. I just cannot believe it's been 30 days of consistently implementing the goals, with the exception of day 15. So mind you, day 15 was the day I did indulge or binge with alcohol, weed, and cigarettes. That led to a 4-pound gain for the week as well. So I'm not upset that I did not hit that goal in its entirety for the 30 days, but only because it gave us so much information as far as, okay, how quick do I bounce back into ketosis if I implement those same things I was doing prior to? How quick will I lose the weight I gained? So it gave us a lot of valuable information. So I'm just accepting that and not going to give myself a hard time for not hitting that goal consistently, because at the end of the day, we're human and we're doing our best. And I did my best throughout this challenge. And check out weekly recap for week 4. It talks about, it's brief too, but it does talk about how that was my favorite week. More so too, because I did also submit for the Guinness World Records, and excited and still awaiting word on that. Speaking of, the goals, let's go ahead and get to the checklist for today, followed by our 30 plans for the week. All right, final day, day 30. We have no alcohol, no weed, no cigarettes. Started that 2-mile walk, did one of the 2 miles. I am working on my Pilates weekly. This one just has not come yet. And who knows, there's still a few hours left in the day to increase income by $5,000, but I have not been able to check that throughout this challenge. I am working on eating 30 different plants. Going to skip, I am going to fast today for at least 16 hours going into tomorrow. I did complete that 36-hour fast this week. I am eating lower carb. I did do my mindful minute. I do not get to end this challenge checking my sleep, as much as that specific one has been a challenge itself, but that's okay. Again, we've seen improvement there. I have updated and posted daily today. I did work my shift. I will drink 3 bottles of water. I have had some tea. I will close my Apple Watch rings, and I did cook breakfast at home. And then I will post that Kate Hart. Still nothing back yet from Guinness World Record. And I do plan on keeping you guys updated with that as well. So keep an eye out for those videos too. So here we have our plant list. We're on Monday and I'm already halfway through that list, mainly too because of the salad I had for dinner. But again, here's the list for the week for the 30 plants. But I do want to point out, going forward, what's next? I'm still undecided. It doesn't help that my boyfriend's birthday is, we're going to be celebrating this upcoming week. So of course I want to have a drink and celebrate with him. I also kind of want to celebrate with a drink, the fact that I have made it this far. But I also want to just kind of continue what I have been doing. I know the impact that those substances do have on me, how they impact my energy levels. So to be honest, I haven't decided what's next. I've been flirting with a couple of ideas and still just not quite sure. So certainly stay tuned. If anything, I may just do weekly updates regarding the Doing All the Things challenge. I might do another Positive You challenge, but I want to spruce that one up a bit. So really just trying to decide what I want to do and what I can manage, because quite frankly, these videos have been very time consuming, which I don't mind when I have the time. So anyway, certainly want to just say thank you to everybody out there who's been watching. If you've participated, and maybe not even with one of the goals I had, maybe with a goal of your own, let me know how that's been for you throughout these 30 days. I would love to hear that down in the comments. Again, definitely appreciate all the support. Anyone who's watching, commenting, my boyfriend especially has really made an effort there, and thank you. I do appreciate that too. So again, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you stay tuned for the monthly recap, where we will see how much weight I lost throughout the entire challenge. Also, make sure you check out the lives, which I do plan on doing another live, where again, what I'm doing when I'm going live is getting rid of 1 piece of clothing for each pound lost. So this next live will feature 3 items of clothing that I'll be getting rid of, but make sure you check those out and stay tuned. And again, because who knows what I'm doing going forward, it could be something else completely different. And if you guys have any challenge ideas, I'm certainly up to hearing those. I make no promise that I will do them, but I'm certainly willing and open to consider them and hear what you guys have for challenge ideas. So keep me posted there too. Again, thank you all so much for showing up. I look forward to meeting again soon.